What is up, boys and girls? Main Slate Tuesday, all evening baseball. I don't understand why they don't take, like, if I was baseball, right? Like, I'd take the turbo slate, make it earlier in the day. Like, just get more people interested. And frankly, I just want to watch some baseball during the day.
Yeah, I agree.
So last night, Mike posted in Discord a tweet for talking about what we're seeing in Major League Baseball, and going to talk a little bit about it here. So right now, 2024 is on track for the fewest Ks since 17, the fewest home runs since 15, the fewest earned runs since 14, the fewest wild pitches since 12, the lowest BAP since 92, fewest doubles since 92, fastest game since 81. Well, we know that's coming. Lowest whip since 72, and lowest batting average since 1968. So, do we get the juiced ball back anytime soon? Because they started the season with the juiced ball, and then they swapped it out, right? That first opening weekend, that ball was juiced, right? Everybody, that first week, really. And then they 100% switched the ball. What do you think, Smitty? Do you think they go back to the juice ball here anytime soon?
I think they will, but I just don't know when.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if we know when, we'd get very, very rich.
Yeah.
So none of the teams know when. I mean, those guys are cutting open. They're literally cutting open baseballs like during the games. They'll take them and cut them open and look at which core's in them. So, like, they're trying to figure it out too, because they right. The teams don't have any say. They're just giving the balls, and those are the ones that got to play. So, all right. Well, big slate tonight. I like today's slate. Pitching is going to be, for me personally, pretty tight. I'm not gonna have much. I'm not gonna have a very big pool today. I think there's a couple cool spots to like take advantage. So let's start with the expensive guys today, right? Up top pricing, we got Gill, Shota, Burns, Flattery, and we'll call that the top four tier. We'll start with there. Shota's the obvious chalk. I get it. He's probably going to be a must-have. The Sox put out that lineup, and it is dreadful. Shota nobody's going to be shocked if Shota K's 12 today. And he just might be a must-have. I'm pretty close to going there, but if I go there, I think I'm going to pay up for two pitchers today. And I'm really liking that Burns and Flattery are both 11%. Right. That's the other spot for me to get weird is go Burns, Flattery. I just don't think anybody's going to do it. I think everybody's going to punt down on their next pitcher to get some bats. And I think that's a way to get some leverage today.
Yeah. I think they all look good at the top end. It's hard to poke a lot of holes, but I think if I'm choosing between the two, I prefer Gill over Shota.
Okay. Yeah,
just for the upside. He has more
upside. That lineup. Did you look at the lineup the White Sox put out?
No, look.
Oh my gosh. Go look at the lineup and you're going to change your mind. I mean, Jukes is batting off. I mean, Roberts is back with that awful K rate, right? DeJong, Sheets, Lee, Mendrake, Sosa, like Maldonado, like that, like I just Shota could K 12 or 15 today against that lineup. Man, I'm having a hard time not going there. Just because of that, just because it's too much. And the Twins haven't struck out as much. I mean, Royce is back today. This is, Royce's first game back. And I like Gill's upside. Again, he's been great, but that's kind of, I'm debating on how I want to get there. The next tier down is what's interesting to me. And I can't figure out Max Fried for the life of me as far as why he's 30% owned. I want the other side of that lineup. Like if Max is going to be like arguably the second highest owned pitcher, pretty close at 9K, like give me the other side. I get the Kirby. He's not going to make my SE today. He's just been too big a yo-yo. And I love George Kirby. I'm a George Kirby stan. But I'm not going to be there. In that next tier, really down to like 8K, I could see going to some over, but do I really want to attack the Yankees? Not really. So, what are you going to do MME wise with that group?
I like Kirby and Flaherty, like in that range, are probably my favorite pitchers. That's why I don't really think you have to go Gill or Shota, just because I think Flaherty. I mean, he has the highest K rate on the slate, so I like going to Flaherty. I'm going to be above the field on him and Kirby.
Yeah, and again, like I don't think anybody's going to double them a ton either, like in single entry. So like I think some guys are going to pay down for that next group. Like I think we're going to run into, on the next tier, right? Like we're going to run into that group that they want to pay down. Like Dunning's getting ownership. So I think a bunch of people are going to go there, and I don't love that against Detroit. Um, I think Arrigetti's starting to get a little love at 6,700. I mean, Seattle K's enough against righties that if you really want to punt, like I'd punt to Mitch Spence. Um, you know, um, the one I'm shocked at what his like projection is Francis has got I mean, I know why, because I dug into it, but Francis has got a great projection against Baltimore, and he's only 5,700. I think some people might go there just to punt some salary.
Yeah, they could. My favorite pay down, I kind of have a mix of some of them. I like Mitch Spence. I don't hate going to Patrick Sandoval either. He's been good. I don't love like the K upside against San Diego is not really there, but you're hoping he gets you 15 and your bats do the rest. But as far as Dunning, let's see where I ended up. I'm kind of with the field right now. I have about 15%. I don't love him. I don't hate him. I just think he's kind of whatever.
I just don't think his K upside's enough. Dunning, like I like Dunning as a baseball pitcher. I don't love Dunning as a fantasy player. That's generally my issue with them. And same like Baltimore just doesn't strike out enough. I get Francis's 5,700, but yeah. So that's pitching pool for me is pretty tight today. It's I'm just not really going there anywhere else. And we've had some lineups rolling in, which is kind of nice. We're really missing a few of the late games. What do you think of the Yankees versus Ober today?
I like the Yankees today. They're expensive. That's pretty much the only issue. But I prefer getting to. I like Judge and Volpe probably the most. They probably work better as mini stacks.
Yeah, if I want some, I want the other side, and it's that price, right? I mean, that Stanton, Judge, Soto, Volpe stack is so expensive. I'm probably gonna. I'm. That might have a little 3 max, and if I do, it's the other side. I'm not gonna have any Twins. I might throw Royce Lewis in just to get some leverage on Gill's ownership, but I probably won't go to any other Twins today.
Yeah, me neither. I kind of liked Larnick a little bit, but other than that, not really.
Too many other outfielders for me, and single entry 3 max. So, the O's got. I mean, I said it on the show yesterday. Hayes, right? Who does Hayes own? And he hits 2 bombs. Like, I was there. I had a nice day. I should have had like a monster day. The stupid Reds. But I said it in my article. I said, listen, this series is probably going to be a must own. I just generally don't go to a Coors game for SE because I want leverage on the field. And again, if they score 6, I win a few more. So, but right, like Hayes' matchup yesterday at his price was just too juicy to pass up. Santander crushed, so I was really happy. I avoided Rutsch. Norby didn't do much, but I'm gonna go back to I think I might go back to Norby today. He's still only $2,500. I think some people after him, not hitting yesterday might overlook that and skip him. How do you feel about that side of that game today?
Yeah, I like that. I like that he fills the second base position, which is always a position I don't mind to punt. Overall, I think the O's look pretty good in this matchup.
Yeah, the total's 8. Definitely going to be in my 3 max, and Norby might make all my lineups there just to get different. I'm not going to any of the Jays. I like Burns today, so I'm not going there.
Yeah, no Jays for me.
the next game, I'm going to get some sock exposure just because they're cheap, short of Rafi. And, and keep in mind, guys, Westbrook's only 2K today at third base. Just 30% own Freed. I kind of want to go there, just because of there. And the Braves just haven't got hot enough hitting for me to keep going there yet.
Yeah, the only thing is their prices came down a little, but it's mainly Michael Harris and Sean Murphy are the ones I'm interested in.
Yeah, I mean, those are the two spots, right? 4,400, 3,600. Like those are good spots to get some leverage. Not interested in the Tigers today or the Rangers. I like Jack. And while they've been worse against lefties, Jack's just been really good against righties this year. He's got like almost a 30% K rate versus them. And so, I think he's just going to pitch around Seager and go after everybody else.
Yeah, I don't really have any interest in the Rangers. Flaherty's probably the last pitcher on the slate I really want to attack. The Tigers are cheap, so I do have a little bit of them. It's mainly just getting to some of the lefties.
Yeah, and they're and again, that total in that game is only 7.5. Cubs are bust for me today. I'm just going there. I'm gonna play. I'm probably gonna use Amaya and PCA to get a little different instead of just playing the very top of the lineup, and then figuring out how I want to mix in Suzuki. I might go in all Cubs outfield in one lineup, like go Suzuki, Belly, Amaya. The one issue with them is right? Trying to get Cody, Belly, and PCA in. Like that's the issue. And trying to get those 4 bats. But again, flexing, look at his splits. The Cubs have hit him well. They're at home. I'm just going to eat a little bit of the ownership today.
Yeah, I think the Cubs look pretty good. I'm getting to Dansby Swanson the most. I think it's just because he's shortstop eligible. He kind of makes the stack work. So I like.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right, that bottom, like, give me 7, 8, 9, with like a mix of like if I was running MME, I would have that bottom half and then run, some with Moro Belly, some with Suzuki Belly, some with Belly Suzuki, right? Like kind of mix that up in there. And then again, I like Shota. It's that K rate is just too much for me.
Yeah, I'm not playing any White Sox. Maybe a Jolks punt if you need something, but he's an outfielder and there's 500 of them, so not really needed.
Yeah, and then I'm a little sad. Tucker took that foul ball off. I liked the Astros today. I like him a lot less without him. I just that lineup isn't the same without Tucker in it. So, and then I don't hate Arrighetti today. I don't, me and my Cardinals relationship. I'm just kind of I do like Goldie. He's been cold, so he's only 4K, and I don't think anybody's going to play him. So I like the Astros a little better because the total in that game's 9. But really, the spot for me is Janier. Like if I'm going to go there, right? If I'm punt and catcher, Diaz is a good spot for me.
Yeah, I'm not getting to too many Astros. I just think losing Tucker, that's pretty tough. But I do like the Cardinals, although I like Arrighetti too. I kind of like getting to both sides. It's mainly Gorman, Burleson, and Goldie. Getting to them, mixing and matching them. I think they look pretty solid. It's still a rookie pitcher. He has K upside, so I do like him too. But I think both sides make sense.
Yep. And then, right, we got the Rockies. Total's up to 11 now. It was 10.5 earlier. They're going to bat. They're most likely, right, we know they're going to throw Fairchild at the top of that lineup because that's what they do versus lefties. Right. Listen, if you're playing MME, you want exposure on both sides. I like the Colorado lefty bats. Give me McMahon, give me Blackman. I like going on the lefty side versus them a little bit today. If you want to go to that game again, I'm a general fade the Coors guy, and hopefully, you get another game to hit. And if they don't go off, you're way leveraged on the field.
Yeah, I think the lefty bats for Rockies make a lot of sense, and the Rockies are pretty fairly priced. But The Reds, I do like Fairchild. He's probably going to get pinch hit for, but all he probably needs is 3 at bats, and if he probably already got you there if he's going to. So I like the Reds. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm about with the field on them right now.
Yep. Yeah, I get that side of it. And then you talked about you like a little Sandoval. He's been it's just his walk rate, right? And the Padres walk a ton. I'm indifferent. That game's 8.5. I'm whatever. Angels have been cold. Adele, after that hot start, is just turned back into Adele. Actually, my boy Willie's been hitting pretty decently lately. But again, I don't really want any exposure to that game today.
Yeah, I don't really love the game either. I still like Tatis. He's at a pretty good price, so I like going there.
Yeah. If you want a big bat, Tatis is always a great spot. Mariners, A's, right? It's hot. Listen, guys, so you understand, 90 degrees in Oakland is melt your face off hot, guys. Like, I get for most of the United States, 90 degrees is warm. It's not like crush you. That ball is going to jump there today is my worry. 90 degrees with wind out, and that is like, and understand, it's 90 degrees at night, which means we're going to have like heat coming at us soon, because anytime California gets that hot, it moves east to us. I love Kirby. I'm a Kirby stan. I got a lot of season long. They K enough. He doesn't really walk anybody. I'm just torn on this game. I want to see the Mariners lineup versus Spence, and what lineup they throw out there. But I'm not going to have a ton of exposure, but I'm saying that, and I probably should, just because of the weather.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. You were saying that, and I was looking at my exposures. I was like, well, I should get a little bit more. So right now, I don't have much of either team.
Yeah, me neither. And it's my issue, right? Like, it's just the ball, it's also going to tire the pitchers out a little faster, it being that hot. Like, that's another reason for me. I want a little less Kirby today. Again, when it's that hot, guys, like that's tough on the pitchers, man. Like, especially, right? Like, you take a team like Seattle, right? Oakland, that normally play in good weather. And then the game I like tonight, unfortunately, I like the other side of my Giants. We got the D-backs lineup. I really like the D-backs lineup today. I love their top 5. Give me Marte, Moreno, Gurry, Walker, Grichuk. Like, man, like, I love that stack. And I like Kyle Harrison, but that totals 9.5. I like that spot. I also like Blaze. At 3,500. Again, you can put him at second or third. I like that spot today. If I bring somebody back, I bring Soler back, right? We know what Soler does against lefties, and that's where I'd go.
Yeah, I have interest in both teams. I have more Diamondbacks, but they're both just cheap. So they have a lot of ways they could get you there, and you could fit 2 good pitchers in with them. So it makes it really interesting.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna mix some like Diamondback Cubs, in my 3 max. Like, I'm gonna keep my pool kind of tight today and see if I can get the right combo. And you guys heard what I like on pitching. So, all right. Well, who you got for your moonshot today, buddy?
I got Nolan Gorman today.
All right, and I'm going belly, man. Go look at his splits versus what Flexen throws. Flexen gonna hang a change up, and Belly's gonna hit it probably out of the stadium. So, all right, boys and girls, we'll see you in Discord, and let's go have a good day.